How's it going, YouTube comic fans and Archie fans out there? So I got another stack of Archie summer theme comic books I want to show you. Since we are at the start of summer, I thought it'd be fun to show you some early Bronze Age Archie comics that I have in my collection. I got quite a few of them, so it is interesting to show you guys that there's so many different types of Archie comics out there that there's just so many to read, and just about each character has their own series. And I don't know why they made so many different series. They could have just put Archie as Archie, but this is Archie at Riverdale High, even though they're on the beach and not at Riverdale. But still, this series is focused with them in high school. This is number 67. Bronze Age era is 1979. So this was 4 years after I was born. I was 4 years old when this comic came out. The main character is Archie Andrews going after Betty and Veronica, as you can see on the beach. It's about a $2 to $3 book because there is wear and tear, and unfortunately somebody put a 20-cent price on there trying to sell it at some garage sale before it came into my possession. So back in the day, apparently that's what people did when they collected Archies, and they were just thinking it's a comic book, not collectible like I do. So I begged and boarded, keeping it preserved. So I love the cover because now that it's summertime, we should be going to the beach and getting outdoors, I think. Pretty fun comic. I have read it. It is a beach story. So I mean, with my my tip number one is there's so many different Archie's comics out there. You don't need to read them all. I like reading the main comic, the main Archie, and I also like reading Betty and Veronica. But I do have lots of other Archies in my collection. This is, for example, this is Reggie's Wise Guy Jokes, number 27, dated 1973. So an early 70s comic book, 2 years before I was born. So I wasn't even born then. So this comic is 48 years old. So it is a very old comic. It is in the generic comedy because it's supposed to be funny and everything. And again, they're on the beach. Which is what now that it's summer we should all be doing. I'm looking forward to going to the beach myself. So this series ran from 1968 to 1980, so it had a pretty impressive run. The main characters is Archie and Reggie, as you can see on the front cover. There's a few different stories in here. There's a couple of very short stories, about 1 or 2 pages long. And then there's a couple long stories. So pretty impressive. It ran for quite a long time. I love the red cover on these Archies. Again, because of condition and everything, it's about a $2 to $4 book. You could probably find these in your dollar bin section if you're lucky enough to have a dollar bin section. I know if I was going through a dollar bin section, I would be finding these books and I would be pulling them out. I bought a few dollar bin boxes before, and that's how I got some of these, because they were in there. But the value has gone up on some of them. Back in the day, this would have been only like 50 cents. Imagine paying like 50 cents or 75 cents per comic. Times have changed now, so it is what it is. So Archie's Giant series, The World of Archie, again, another beach cover with Betty and Veronica on the taking front and center on the boardwalk, strutting their stuff, as they say. Again, it's in a little bit better shape. It's in very fine condition, about 4 to 5 on the scale. What does my notes say here? This is about a $5 book as it stands, even though back in the day it was only like 50 cents. And even though there's a bit of writing on it, it's still pretty valuable. With inflation and prices, comics are getting harder to find, especially older Archies. So they are not appearing out as much, so which is what driving the price. So in the condition this is in, this is about a $5 comic. So it's in good condition. And the main characters are Betty and Veronica on this one, and they're just on the beach and everything. So I think this is pretty cool. One of my more valuable Archie comics. So my tip number 2, depending on what condition Archie comics are in, they can be very valuable, or they can only be like $1 or $2. It just depends on your budget and how high grade you are. And not every comic is going to be in perfect condition, I'm afraid. It is what it is when you get them. So if you're willing to take a hit on the comic, then you won't be paying as much. But if you're want the high grade, then you'll be paying the full price. If this was high grade, it'd be about a $10 to $12 book. So it is what it is. If you're buying comics on eBay, I would, especially in an Archie lot, I would not get into a bidding war, because you'll be paying more than you should. And I've done that before, and it's not a good feeling. And that's why I don't buy on eBay nearly as much anymore, because you tend to overpay for what the comic's worth. So my advice is, don't get caught up in the bidding war on eBay. It's just not worth the hassle. I know people want the comics, but I'm not willing to take a hit anymore on it. I'll pay for what it's worth, not because it's in a bidding frenzy. So this is Everything's Archie, another offshoot series. Like I say, they made so many different series. You don't have to collect all of them. I know back in the day I was collecting all of them as well, but I kind of streamlined my collection just to Archie, Betty, and Veronica, and Jughead. Those are my favorite characters. And you don't need to be collecting everyone. Yeah, my advice is just collect your favorite characters out of the batch, and that's what I do. I just collect all of them. So this is number what does it say on here? 79. Imagine paying 40 cents for a comic way back when. On my notes, this is 1979, another Bronze Age comic, and like I said, it's a 0.40 cent comic. This is in very fine near mint, so it's about a $5 to $6 comic. So that's how inflation works. Prices go up. I love the cover. It's another summer thing cover with Archie going after the girls, another comedy one. So very funny. I love it. I do, like I say, I do read them once, and then I put them back in the bag and board. So I do keep them in best shape. And like I say, if you're not willing to spend for the grade, then just look in the dollar bins. Archie comics seem to go in the dollar bins all the time. And if I was buying from dollar bins, these were the type of comics I get. So my tip number 3 is, even though some Archies have more than one story, they are fun to read. And this is in a reprint. You can find these reprints in digest. So a lot of the double digest and the Reader's Digest that you see on the newsstands are reprints of these stories. So if you can't find them in your if you can't find these comics, look for the reprints. Reprints are a little more easier to get. They're kind of like trade paperbacks in a way. So next one I want to show you guys is another fun one. It's an Archie related title. Is Josie and the Pussycats. I love this group. I love Josie and Riverdale. I don't know if you guys watch that show, but Riverdale is my favorite show right now on the CW. I watch it every week, and I'll be sad when it finishes. That season is only going to season 7, so hopefully they'll bring back Josie again. But I was trying to find a lot of the Josie comics because I really liked her. This is about a $10 comic as it stands, because it is what does my note say here? It is an older 1970s again comic. So, but unfortunately, whoever had it before me did not keep it in the best condition. And so it is what it is. I do try and keep these in the best condition I can. So it is still a Bronze Age comic. According to my notes, it is 1985. So I love the yellow cover, and again, they're on the beach, so it's another summertime type cover. So I just wanted to show you guys that there are a lot of different Archie related titles out there. And Josie is one of my favorite non-main character Archies, even though in the show she was a main character for a while, but then she moved on. So there's a couple stories in here. There's two different kind of serious related stories, which is pretty cool. I love this book, and there's kind of like a ransom story in here, which makes it kind of odd for this is probably more like a teen type book, so it is what it is. But still, as it sits, it's like a $10 book. Cover price was 75 cents back in the day. There is a bit of wear and tear, but it's still in pretty good shape for the value it's in. So last one I want to show you guys is from November 1975, from the year I was actually born. So this is a very old, not to say I'm old, but it is an old comic as well. I like to think I'm young at heart. This is good to very good. This is about a $2 to $4 comic, because there is a little wear and tear. Like I say, I am not the first owner of these comics. I would not treat these comics like that if I was the first owner. These would be in such mint condition, but because I was not the first owner of these comics, which is why they got wrecked, and which devalues the comics. Unfortunately, it is. So people should be outside summertime. This is a good example of having a picnic, being with friends and everything. And since we are at the beginning of summer, I thought these would be a fun way to start off the summer and to show some fun cover Archie comics. But the value on this one is, like I say, a $2 to $4 comic. Is a 0.25 cent cover price. I can't imagine paying a 25 cents for a cover now, unless it was really ripped to shreds or whatever, but then that would deter me. So it's in pretty good condition for what I have it on. So it's just a fun read. So there's some summertime fun comics. So the conclusion I want to leave off with everybody is Archie series are fun to read. Just pick out your favorite characters. You don't need to read every single one, because there's so many offshoots of them. I have my favorites, as I pointed throughout this video. I like Archie, I like Betty, I like Veronica, I like Jughead, and I like Josie. Those are my 5 main characters. I don't know what everybody else likes, or if they read Archie, but I will do more summertime covers for Archie during the summer. It won't be every Thursday, but because we are at the start of summer, I thought it was fun to show you guys some Archie fun covers. I hope you enjoyed my last video on them. For next Vintage Thursday, I will show some cool Gold Key Star Trek comics that I have. I'm a huge Star Trek fan, and I want to talk about Star Trek a little bit next week with you guys. I don't know if you guys are Star Trek or Star Wars, but I like the Star Trek franchise. I'm such a huge fan. But anyways, for Adventures Thursday, I hope you guys enjoyed summertime theme comic books. I'll post some of these on my Instagram on the weekend. And also this weekend, I will be picking up new comics from my comic book store. And you guys can, and I'll be doing a YouTube video either Saturday or Sunday for new comics. And I'm excited to show you what I got for the rest of the June. So it'll be for the last 2 weeks of June for new comic books. So I can't wait to show you guys what I got. So I'll hopefully, I do not know what I got. So it'll be a big surprise in my file. So so as always, hit like and subscribe to my YouTube channel, and I'm on Twitter, and on TikTok, and I'm on Instagram at Joel's Comics Table. and we'll have fun talking about comics and everything comics. And I hope you guys like my new background. I just want to try something different, and I'll see you guys this weekend for new comic pickup. Thanks, everybody. Have a great day.